let's go over the game plan. Some of them open at 1, some of them open at 4. Everyone has different stuff. You can barter with them. You kind of sell them on the story that, hey, you know, I'm just starting a business because I never knew it existed. They start now, and then their day ends around noon or 11 a.m. That's why they open so early. And I just, or, you know, a couple hours more, let's say, that could be, you know, not as fresh. If you act like or ask for help, not everyone's gonna give it to you, but some people will. Each one's kind of different. Some of them are open now, some of them won't open until 2. So see, Los Angeles Wholesale Produce Market. So like this guy's tropical, like I told you before. Yeah. So he'll probably have bananas and mangoes. So I might find a whole flat for $3.99 here. So, okay. I just opened up a business, and I was hoping maybe, you know, we could do business together. I'll probably be coming 3 times a week. Basil and oregano?
No. All we carry is dill and mint.
Okay, fantastic. They have different classes. So they might have A tomatoes and B tomatoes. B tomatoes is kind of, maybe there's a little bit of bruising. A tomatoes are perfect. Those ladies are answering the phones. They're probably talking to either brokers or other vendors. How much is tomatoes? How much is romaine? How much is this? And then they're gonna price shop. It's kind of like the stock market. You know, the stock is up, the stock is down. Sell, buy, you know? So that's what they're doing. No, it looks pretty good. You can tell who doesn't like it and who does when they start walking away. How much for this in strawberries? And how much? In front of the glass window, it has the logo. Counter, it has the logo. The radio, is it bugging your... Go ahead, talk to me. What's your 12 questions or whatever? My name is Dominic Scarola. I'm 37 years old. I had to think about it. Starting our 6th year now. We're open 12 hours a day, 6 days, and 11 hours the 7th day. What does that equate to? 60 plus another 11, 71. On top of that, paperwork, payrolls, federal taxes, payroll taxes. So let's say 80 hours a week, maybe 100. I learned a couple things. And so I put them all together, and this is the amalgamation of those things. I wanted to have a business that brought me income, that I was not dependent upon anyone else. It was an investment in myself. It was timing. It was timing because the jobs that I was doing wore my heart on my sleeve, and the romanticism of being an apprentice. As an apprentice, you kind of you learned and you got all this time and experience. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to be that guy that, you know, hey, listen, I'll take the hits for you. I never had anyone that took me under their belt to nurture me or care about me, but that didn't happen. So whatever, no big deal. You spent all that energy and that time, but you get paid for it for years to come.
Okay, so like
So
it's already like I would just use the
I'm gonna tell you so that you do it my way.
What is he? He's like from Boston, right? So it's pretty much how you expect.
Okay. So in this module of training, you're gonna learn step 1 on washing dishes.
My name's Scott Reed, turned 26 in like 5 days.
How long have you worked here?
Like 3 weeks. This is the first place that hired me. I worked for In-N-Out for like 5 years. It's a good job. They're constantly pushing you. It's similar here, like they both have the attitude of like, even if there's nothing to do, you should at least pretend you're doing something.
Stay busy and slow. Find stuff to do. Clean, 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 clean. You standing around, you're gonna go home. You're gonna lose shifts. Every person that walks in that door, you need to greet. I welcome the northend. Even if 20 people are there, that's your job. This job is hard work. You're washing dishes. There's no dishwasher. There's no machine. You are the machine. People that fix and maintain Golden Gate Bridge, they start on one end and they work to the end. Then they work backwards because they just constantly have to keep it up. Otherwise, people will die. Managing employees is very hard for me. Either A, I'm too nice and too trying to be nice.
He'll put me in situations that are completely unexpected.
I'm too nice, or then I'm barking. I try to be the balance.
Today he's like you showed up and he's like, we're gonna be filming like a training segment. And I'm like, what? Like, I was never even taught the correct way to do the dishes when I started working, you know? So the first day I started was actually really busy. It was just me and Dominic. He was on my ass.
I try to be nice until you don't get what I'm saying, and then I'm gonna say it very direct. I want you to sweep the floor. And then you're like all hurt.
It was so stressful for me.
It's like, oh my God.
I almost walked out, but stuck around. Whatever. I'm used to like high stress situations.
So we take the dough, we put in the flour, start building our crust. The ingredients that I have are top in class. There's nothing better. Getting all the air out from the yeasts. Because it's high gluten flour, it has an elasticity to it. You toss it in the air so that it stretches equally versus being oblong from where you're stretching it with your hand. Brand new dough, like if I made it 3 minutes ago, it'd be very hard to stretch. There's no problem we can't solve except death. Some customers have to be cut off by the knees. Only if they're rude or disrespectful to my employees. For instance, our cheese slice is thin crust. Our Sicilian slice is still just cheese. The difference is the style is thick. Customer came up. I guess the cook was taking something out, and the customer said, "What is that?" And the employee said, "That's Sicilian." And so then the customer said, "Give me a slice of cheese." But the customer didn't put 2 and 2 together, and the employee didn't put 2 and 2 together. But because they were talking about the Sicilian, it was interpreted that the customer wanted that. He gets the slice, then he brings it up, and I can tell he's upset. He's like, you know, what is this shit? I stepped in. "How can I help you, sir?" He said, "Am I talking to you?" I go, "No, you're not talking to her. You're talking to me. And now our conversation is done. I don't need your business." And so he goes, "Well, I want a refund." I go, "Yeah, we don't give refunds." He goes, "Well, I'm going to go to the police station." I go, "They're right there on the corner. Please, be my guest." So stuff like that happens. Stuff like that happens. Thank God, not always, but, you know, sometimes. This is our gold, the cheese. Let's use this as a diagram. This is the inside of my oven. This is my pizza dough. This is a couple 100 degrees. The master pizzaiolo puts it in the oven. 70 degrees, touching 600 degrees. So now this isn't going to be 600 degrees anymore. This surface right here, not here, here, is going to be 598, 570. What I'll do is I'll turn it so that it heats evenly and gets even color brown. But what we will see is I will lift the dough up, and you'll see that the bottom of the dough is still white. When I've achieved the top cooked perfectly, I will take it off the screen and put it somewhere else, because the bottom needs to catch up and superheat to the top. By putting it somewhere else, this is now 600 degrees, this was a little bit less. Now we'll superheat the bottom. 30 seconds later, it's out of the oven. And I also want to do one thing. I want to pop the bubbles. And I put it right back where it came from. If my skin touches the oven, my skin will automatically stick to it, and it happens instantaneous. It's not like you just lean in on it. And then I'll have to peel my arm off, and it'll peel all the skin off. And then I'll have to go to the hospital, and they'll give me a Brillo pad with iodine. I'll have to scrub away the dead skin for weeks.
Did that ever happen to you?
No, it never did, never will. Story goes that someone was doing a pizza and someone was doing a sandwich. The sandwich guy tried to sneak in behind us, and then that's when his arm got stuck to it. And they were roommates, so his roommate had to scrub his arm for weeks. What's that? This is first.
That's it?
That's it.
What are 3 tips you would give to anyone, any young person trying to start up a business?
Do what you're passionate about, because if you don't, then you really just hate life. I don't want to be alone in this, but at the same time, I know that I'm not held hostage. Like, if I had to come in here and I didn't really like it, like, there's days that, you know, I would rather be sleeping or rather be doing something with my family. I got a brand new born. I want to spend time with her, you know. So, but I don't mind coming in. I don't mind serving people, and when I'm here, I'm here. But if it was simple, why isn't Domino's doing it? You know, Pizza Hut or Papa John's, or, you know, that's to be passionate about it. I know, but that's something that cliche that everyone says.
Why pizza? Why not something else? Why pizza? What about it?
Because I knew deep inside I could do it. From Northend Pizzeria, mangia. Eat well. So we just cut, and magically I just put it on this blue apron.
So you can sit down and have coffee with anyone living or dead.
Sorensen.
Sorensen?
Soren? Yeah, so you. I want to have coffee with you.
What? Over Abraham Lincoln and, you know, Jesus and everybody who's ever lived.
I never met them before. I don't know them. Don't care.
Well, don't you want to meet them?
No.